Welcome to the No One Cares channel. It's your boy, Troy. We got an important subject to talk about. Let's get it. Let's build it up. Let's build it up and bounce back. I want to talk about bouncing back from tough times, man. This is going to be my last stream of the day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to do this every Sunday where we discuss building ourselves up, man. Bouncing back from tough times. You know, the economy is all jacked up. Inflation's on the rise. So we're going to talk a little bit about the economy and the inflation and how we can live a minimalist lifestyle to win, because you know no one cares, no one gives a damn. It's all on you. If you a man, no one's gonna come and save you. If you get in a rough time, you go through a divorce, you lose your job, no one's gonna come save you. You're gonna have to build yourself back up. That's just the way it is. So, you know, no reason to, be down on yourself. It's time to man up, get the hell up, get a strategy, get a plan, and make it happen. Cause ain't nobody finna come and save you, bro. No one cares. No one gives a damn. It's all on you, bro. You know, you can lose your arm, bro. You can lose your leg, you lose one of your eyes. And people have pity for you for 1 second. And they'll be like, what's the plan? What's the strategy? What's next? You lose an arm, leg, eyeball. They have pity for you for 1 second. Then they're going to say, okay, what's next? What's the plan? Because you the man. You the man, bro. You got to make it happen. The dog going to be looking at you. The women and children, they looking at you. What you going to do to come through? And that's what we're going to talk about, man. Man, I appreciate y'all tuning in to the No One Cares channel. Tonight, man, I'm gonna do this on Sundays, man, where we're talking about building ourselves back up from nothing. From nothing, man. I remember, just growing up, with my mom and stepdad, and, we were barely making it. And sometimes, the extra vehicle would go down and we would just have a pickup truck. And, me and my stepdad had to ride in the back, and my mom and my sister rolled in the front. So, we would ride in the back of the truck in the wintertime, in the summertime. It didn't matter what was the weather, we just had to make it happen. I'm like most of you guys, we, hadn't been passed down much. We really have to get everything that we have out the mud. No one's giving us anything. And like a lot of you guys, we might have had fathers, but we just didn't have them in the house. Or we might have had some stepfathers in the house. They were beta males. So we kind of had to go through life on a hit or miss type of direction. And so, we get jobs, we lose them because we don't have emotional discipline. We get money, we spend it because we don't have any type of financial discipline. We get with women, the wrong type of women. We fall in love, get our heart all into the wrong type of woman, and we get punished later on. We've gotten with women and gotten women pregnant before we were really ready to be fathers. And now we've probably gotten ourselves in a situation to where now we have to work 2 or 3 times harder because we got to take care of ourselves and our children to win. And so, as a man, you go through certain things, certain trials and tribulations, but you got to always remember, you being a man, everyone's looking to you to reward. They're looking to you to lead. No one's going to have any pity for you. There's always someone going through a tougher situation than you. Even if you don't have any money, anything, there's some men out there who don't have legs and arms. Okay. And they still out there making something happen. So if you a man and you kind of having a rough time at your job, your money low, you frustrated, you don't have nowhere to live, it's time to get your ass up, bro. It's time to get your ass up and get moving, because no one's gonna have pity for no weak ass man. Not when you got guys out here with one eye winning. I know a barber, he's got one eye and his line be straight as hell when he do an edge up. His line be straight as hell, be Steve Harvey straight, and he got one eye. You know what I mean? It's a guy I saw playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James and them already recognize him. He got one arm and he out here out playing dudes who have two arms. So being deficient out here as a man is all about your drive and your will to win, your will to win, your will to make it. There's no excuse as a man that you have. There's no excuse to have on why you're not driven, on why you're not bouncing back from tough times and tough situations. The only reason why you're not bouncing back is because you lack discipline, you lack guidance, and you lack drive. No one can give you the drive. You have to have the drive on your own. No one can give that to you. No one can make you want to win. It comes a time in your life as a man to where you want to stop looking at other men win and you want to win yourself. A lot of men, they enjoy, just being on the sidelines, just holding the cheerleading pom poms. Yeah. Watching other men score touchdowns, watching other men take care of their business. But when it comes down to them sacrificing and putting in the work, they don't want to do it. They want to be lazy. They want to overdo recreational activities. They want to lay up under females all the time. They want to play video games. They want to watch movies and relax. Well, I got some news for you, man. Shit gonna hit the fan now or later, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not gonna be able to lay your head in a house you do not build. That's the bottom damn line. If you don't build a house, you ain't gonna be able to sleep there. And I run into too many men at hospitals and stuff like that are broke and old, and they're out there waiting on the ride. And that's the worst position to be in, is to be a broke old man with no cash. Trust me, you do not want to be like that. I mean, I've been behind some guys at the subway line that didn't even have any money in their account to pay for a Subway sandwich, and they got two canes in their hand. So it's some shit we got to talk about, man. We have to execute. It's time to execute, and you got to strategize, live a minimalist lifestyle. So, you look behind me, man. I got a picture, man. It's a dude in the storage unit, right? And he's reading his Bible, reading his book. He's got his shoes, clothes in there. And that dude behind me, he's coming up with a plan and a strategy. He's coming up with a plan and a strategy to win. Sometimes you got to go down to come up. Sometimes you got to go down to come up and win. So that's what we're talking about, man. I have definitely been in that situation right there, to where, I had a storage unit. I still got that storage unit, and I put all my things in there, and I would just rotate the stuff in and out of my storage unit, and I would put what I need in the back trunk of my car. I would shower at the gym, and I would do it like that to eliminate rent costs to save my money. That's how I done it to save my money. If you out here grinding and working 2, 3 jobs, what you need an apartment for? What you need to spend 1,500 to 1,700 on an apartment and bills for if you out here getting your grind on? What you need that for? You need that apartment to bring women over to relax? Nah, there's no time for relaxing and rewinding until you get 100 grand in the bank. Period. Time to get 100 grand in the bank. We are dealing with a time of inflation where prices are going up on everything. And if you don't set yourself up right now, if you don't set yourself up right now to win, you're gonna be in trouble. All men need 100,000 in the bank. You need to get 100,000 in the bank and debt free ASAP. ASAP. All men should be working 80 to 100 hours a week minimum, paying off all cars. You need to pay off all your cars, and you need to cut your expenses down to a minimum if you winning. If you want to win. If you don't have $100,000 in the bank, you're going to be in trouble. So I have a couple of things I want to show you guys about what's going on, man, with the prices, with the inflation, man, because this shit's real, man, and it's not going to slow down. Man, inflation isn't going to slow down anytime soon. It's just going to get worse. It's just going to get worse. This is an article right here on CNBC talking about prices. Prices continue to rise. Here's what's getting the most expensive. It says consumers are paying a little bit more for just about everything than they did a month ago, and significantly more than they did for the same goods in 2020. The Consumer Price Index, which measures changes in how much Americans pay for certain goods and services, rose 0.4% in September. The Labor Department reported Wednesday, driven largely by increases in food, shelter, and gasoline year over year, that prices increased 5.4%, the largest jump since January 1991. So we're seeing the largest jump in the cost of things since 1991, and we not in trouble? Shit. It's a continuation of a inflationary trend consumers have experienced for nearly all of 2021. And it says, here's how much prices have increased over the past year in the following key categories. So prices hadn't been this high. We hadn't seen this big of inflation since 1991. Shit's getting real. Women who don't have a man, they're going to be in trouble. Men who don't have a plan, you're going to be in trouble. It says rental cars, the price of rental cars has went up 42.9%. So all that stunting, you know what I'm saying, stunting on the weekend, stunting, for a week or two in a fancy car or getting a rental car for emergency, the price has gone up almost 50% as a whole. Gas, 42.1%. Gas has gone up. Used cars, 24.4%. Hotels, 18%. TVs, 12.7%. Furniture, 11.2%. Here's one right here. Meats, poultry, fish, and eggs, 10.5%. New cars, 8.7%. Appliances, 7.1%. Electricity, 5.2%. Restaurant prices, 4.7%. Rent, 2.9%. It says, what's causing the inflation? The swing in price can largely be attributed to the COVID-19 pandemic for a number of reasons. Car prices have been pushed up thanks to the combination of the chip shortage and low inventory. Yeah. A lot of stuff is stuck overseas, man. A lot of stuff is stuck over on the water, and it's hard for them to get the goods over here, and it's just gonna get worse. I saw an article the other day about the trucking industry. They're not able to build enough trucks to ship the things that they do get off the boats out. They're unable to build the trucks fast enough. It's a lot of problems going on out here. Then when you look at this right here, cost of living. Millennials have, look at this, millennials have almost no chance of being able to afford a house. Look at this. Cost of houses going up. So the cost of living is on the rise. And you as a man, you're going to have to learn how to live a minimalist lifestyle, man, to get ahead of this thing. You're going to have to learn how to really sacrifice, man. I mean, I don't think, you guys really understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about really cutting your expenses down to a minimum, living a minimalist lifestyle. A lot of people, y'all wasting a lot of money on apartments. These apartments, man, $1,500 a month, and that's not even going towards anything. And then y'all are spending y'all's hard working money on the latest tennis shoes. See, the people that you see on TV that buy all these tennis shoes and materials, they buy that from the returns on their investments. You got to get some investments, right? Invest in the S&P 500, invest in something like that. Once you get the returns on that, then you can buy dumb shit with that. But most of us are buying dumb shit with our money that we make straight out of our check, and it's killing us, man. It's killing us. It says, look at this right here. It says nearly 70%. Let me bring this back up, man, because this is crazy. Let's read this. It's talking about the millennials. It says nearly 70% of millennials, according to a 2019 study from the rental platform, Apartments, say they cannot afford a house due to rising prices. And a recent study by the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis Center for Household Financial Stability found that the millennials have almost 35% less wealth than would have been predicted from the experience of earlier generations at the same ages. Most millennials are renters, and nearly half of people 18 to 34 are rent burdened, meaning 30% or more of their income goes to rent. 30% or more of their income is going to rent. And where is rent going? To someone else's pocket. It says a recent Unison report showed that nationwide it takes nearly 15 years to save up for a 20% down payment on a median price home if you have a median income. In Los Angeles, someone must save for 43 years. In New York City and Miami, it's 36 years. In San Diego, 31 years. And 26 at my median income job. I'll be 69 when I have enough money for a down payment in LA, or could head for San Diego when I'm 57. So the price of living for these people in this article, man, they won't be able to afford a house till they're 57 at like San Diego, but 69 for a large state like New York, Miami, San Diego. They'll be 69 before they can save up for a down payment of a house. And this is our millennials. That lets you know that inflation, man, is coming, and it ain't going nowhere soon. It's time to get down to business. It's time to really cut them expenses down to a minimum. I don't know why people playing, man. Forget the sneakers app. Forget the sneakers app, man. Y'all can have that shit. You know what I mean? Forget all that shit on TV. Forget a new whip, man. Y'all can have that. I'm finna put in these 100 hours and save this money and live a minimalist lifestyle. If you don't cut and sacrifice now, you'll have to do it later on. And if you get stuck renting your whole life, you won't have anything. You won't have anything. So the people who are going to win are going to be the ones who can go ahead, suffer, and sacrifice now. Sacrifice now. That means having a strategy. That means not looking at what everyone else is doing, not worried about what you see on TV and your cell phones, not worried about the latest parties, events. If you ain't working 100 hours, you don't need to have no fun. You don't need to have any fun, man. If you're making under $30 an hour, you in a bad spot right now. You're in a bad spot. It's time to get down. It's time to get down to business. You need to see what skills you have to raise your income, and you need to cut all expenses down to a minimum. Down to a minimum, man. It's all about that sacrificing, man. It's all about how much can you sacrifice. If you're a man, you should be able to deal with the elements. Let's have a little conversation, man to man, because no one cares. No one's going to come and save you. Man to man, you should be able to get out here and deal with these elements. How much are you willing to sacrifice to win, for your family to win, for people to admire you, for people to respect you, for people to look up to you? What are you willing to do? Are you really willing to take a risk, take a chance to let your apartment go? Are you really ready to be that strong man and to let that car note go and get you a beater? Are you ready to sacrifice 3 to 4 years and save up $2,000 a month to get you that $100,000 in 4 years, so that you can invest in yourself, so that you can have some investment, so you can be debt free, so you can be someone that people look up to you, and people who recognize you, and people look at you in awe? Or are you going to be like a female and be all comfortable and warm and just breeze through life, barely making it? Which one are you going to choose? Because you got a choice. You got a choice. You got a decision to make. You got an opportunity to really be the man. You got an opportunity to be the man 4 years from now if you can sacrifice. If you can get you a storage unit, let that apartment go. Get you a storage unit. If you got kids, for all my men who got kids, man, if they mom got a spot and you got kids, go on and sacrifice for 3 to 4 years, man. Get you a cheap hotel on the weekend. If your kids ask, "Hey, Dad, why are you living in the hotel? Why are you doing this?" Be like, you got to tell your kids, "Hey, daughter, hey, son, I'm just sacrificing now. What your mom is doing and what I'm doing is totally different. What I'm doing is I'm thinking I'm going a different direction. I'm going a different direction than what most people go. I want to live a different life than what most people live. So I'm going to operate different. I'm going to make different decisions, different choices, so that later on in life, we could really live and we won't be check to check and we won't be struggling and we won't be in debt. That's what you tell your kids. You got to be willing to look odd for a while to win. Dave Ramsey tell you this all the time. Normal is broke. Normal is broke. Most of the people pulling up next to you, man, they got car notes and debt and in an unhappy marriage. Unhappy debt and in an unhappy marriage. You can be as a man, have no debt, be happy and be suffering and be sacrificing. You as a man, you should be able to deal with these elements. I know it's cold outside, but they got thermals, they got cold suits. Go to refrigerware.com. That's where I went, man. I got me a cold suit from refrigerware.com. And you can wear that while you sleep in the car in the wintertime. You good. If you got a refrigerator suit, you good for below 20 degrees. Get you one of them hats that cover your ears and your head. And that's how you say that bread, man. That's how you sacrifice to win and be consistent with it. Be consistent with it. Don't just do it for a little while. Do it for a while. Save your bread up. Eventually, if you keep swinging at that tree with that axe, if you keep swinging, if you keep on going, eventually you're going to knock the tree down. But to be honest, everybody ain't going to make it. Everybody can't do it. Everybody ain't going to win. That's why you got strong men. That's why you got weak men. That's why you got strong men and weak men. All men can't grind. All men ain't workhorses. So for you weak men, those are the men that's going to be complaining about their choice of women. Those are the men that's going to be losing their women to the strong man who sacrificed. You got a lot of women, you got a lot of men right now, they're in relationships right now, and they thinking everything's cool. And these men right now in relationships, they living above their means. They buying all the J's, they going shopping, they having a good time, spending a lot of time with their girl, relaxing, not realizing that there are other men out here who are really sacrificing to win. And those men are really going to be the ones that your woman starts to look at down the line. Because women are always looking for the strongest option. Women are always looking for the strongest option. And if that's not you, you will get replaced. What up, Jason? I see you, baby. What up, Jason? If that's not you, you will get replaced. You got to always be the strongest option, period. And one of the ways that you can be admired and be the strongest option is by sacrificing. Cost of living is going up, inflation is going up, and it ain't going to stop. It's time to get 100 grand in the bank and debt free as fast as you can. And the only way you're going to do it is by sacrificing, cutting down your living arrangements, cut down your living expenses. If you want to buy something, make sure you grind on 100. If you want to, get your little shoes here and there, make sure you grind on 100. That's it. Can't be part-time grinding and shopping. You gotta be 100% on your grind, and you can buy something every now and then. That's how you're gonna have to do it, because the world changing, man. So yeah, man. I'm gonna do this on the Sunday nights. Build it up. I'm calling it Build It Up Sundays, man. We got to build it up. It's time for you to build it back up. A lot of you guys, you had it. You was on top. You went through a divorce, you went through child support, and you back down. It's time to build it back up. A lot of you guys, you might have had a good job, might have had good income coming in. You lost your job. It's time to build it back up. I know it's cold outside. I know it's real uncomfortable, but being uncomfortable has to be something that you're comfortable with as a man. As a man, you're required to turn an unfair situation into an advantage as a man. That's your job as a man. So it's time to get it. Time to get it, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Comment, like, subscribe to the No One Cares channel. I'll be on my grind, building it up. I want to see you guys on your grind, building it up. And we'll be right back here again on Sunday, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm out.